Yeah, that's right. I got a bike. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I am showing you a motorbike that I've purchased. Ever since I was a kid growing up, well, when I was younger, because I never grew up.
I can deny it no longer. I am small.
I've always wanted to get a crotch rocket, a motorbike. I've never been a two-wheel type of person.
Say, wake up, you! You're missing out. A little thing called life.
Until recently when we did the Apollo build, the 125, that after the build I started riding it around a little bit. And it kind of ignited something in me that's always been a childhood dream, is to get a motorbike and learn how to ride it. So that's what this video is going to be about. I don't have my endorsements as of today.
That's the kind of rules I play by, but you play by different rules, yeah.
I have signed up to take my Motorcycle Safety Foundation course, MSF for short, at Auckland Community College in Auburn Hills. There will be a link down below. If you are looking to sign up to take your endorsement or even improve on your skills, there will be a link down below. They offer beginner riders, and then there's a second version for like intermediate or expert riders who want to expand on their knowledge on how to ride a bike. So with that being said, this is my 2015 CBR300R. Don't worry about the sticker. It's I'm trolling people on the road. But yeah guys, I picked this up a couple months back from a guy off Facebook Marketplace. I wasn't going to go through a dealership just because it's going to be my first bike. I was looking at a 2024 Yamaha MT-03 as my first bike, and I actually went to the dealership, sat on one and tried it out. Well, not ride it, but just like sit on it and get the feel. And the seat height was perfect, everything was good. But I'm not going to buy a brand new bike and then just drop it first day. So what I did is I went on Marketplace, I watched a bunch of videos with reviews, and this popped up on Marketplace for a great deal. I went over there with the trailer and picked it up. I didn't even take it for a test drive because it's a Honda, it's reliable, you don't really need to.
You sure?
Yes.
Yeah?
So I met up with the guy, we did the paperwork, did everything we needed to. I loaded it on the trailer, brought it back home, and took it for a drive, or a ride actually, just to get the initial like butterflies out my stomach, because it's kind of intimidating to ride a motorcycle. I've never ridden one before. I'm not so used to a twist throttle. I'm used to a thumb on the quad. So what I did was just relax myself, but I wanted that initial excitement out. That way I'm not having to wait for summer and be like, oh man, I haven't tried it out. So what I did was I took it off the trailer and I seriously went around my yard a few times. I never dropped it once. And I just let off the clutch and no gas, and I just went around the yard on the grass, which was very sketchy because with slick ground with the grass and everything like that, you're bound to kind of slide a little bit. But I took my time and I just got that out the way. That's all I wanted to do. And since then I've now put 10 miles on the bike.
Take it easy, champ.
I've been riding it inside, just doing like low speed maneuvers, practicing for the MSF, because the biggest thing is low speed maneuvers. A lot of people have an issue with that. And with the MSF course, they're going to teach you low speed figure eights, all that good stuff. But I just wanted to get some practice and get familiar with this before getting out on the road. I also went and got myself some gear.
Take responsibility for your own actions.
So shout out to Motor City Motorsports and Cycle Gear. I went to 2 different places. I got my gloves and my helmet from Motor City Power Sports, and my boots and my pants I got from Cycle Gear. Oh, the jacket too I also got from Motor City Motorsports, so shout out to them. Also, when I was at Motor City Power Sports, I checked out a couple other bikes. There was a Ninja 400, there was a Z400, they had a brand new Hayabusa, which it's nice. CBR300R, just a ton of bikes, guys, and I was amazed. They all look so beautiful, but my biggest issue, being as short as I am, is the seat height. Now, I'm 5'4", the seat height on this is 30.7, 30.9 inches. 31 point something would be fine for me, but some of those are just like 32, 33, and it gets up there, and it might be a challenge for me. I'm not saying I can't do it, I'm just saying it's going to be a challenge, and it will be one I'll overcome.
Show them what you got, bud.
With that being said, I have ridden this around for a little bit, not on the streets, and so far I'm getting pretty used to it. I'm now learning the turn signals. The clutch and everything's second nature to me because I ride a quad, so the shift controls, the braking, the clutch, all that is, you know, I got that all down. My biggest thing was just getting used to the throttle, as it's a twist throttle, but also the turning, because on a bike, it's not like a quad where you just turn. On a bike, you have to lean, turn, and counter steer. And that's one that I had to learn, was counter steer. So actually, to turn left, you got to turn right. Because when you lean, you got to counter steer that wheel, the front tire, for it to counter that momentum with you tipping over.
Yes, science!
It's kind of like riding a bike, except it's 300 and something pounds. I have not dropped this bike once practicing. Actually, no, I lied. I did drop it once. And it was because I hit the front brake, I turned, and I didn't like completely dump it. I just laid it down gently.
What an idiot!
So a few things I've done to the bike is I put this graphics kit on, and the only reason I did that was because the previous owner on the right side, he dumped it, and there's a couple of scratches up on the fairings. So I put that on just to like kind of, you know, cover the scratches a little, but you don't notice it too bad. But also visibility. You're out on the road, nobody is going to see you.
Are you sure you're okay to drive? I got my license.
So I went with a nice yellow theme and white, and hopefully I stand out more in the crowd. I also did upgrade the headlights to LEDs. I replaced the mirrors to ones with turn signals in it, because the one on the right, the original mirror, was broken. I replaced the bump stops on the end, whatever these pieces are called. I got LED flashes and a couple other things here and there. I also got sliders over here. They're pretty nice. I got those because eventually I might just, you know, take a turn too fast or like not pay attention or something. My first time riding, I'm bound to drop this thing one way or another. Knock on wood, I hope not. But that's why you wear all the gear, so you can prevent yourself from getting injured as best as possible.
If you are wise, you'll listen to me.
So I have boots, I have my riding pants, and these do have level 2 knee and hip protectors. As for the jacket, they have level 2 elbow, shoulder, and a back protector, because the biggest thing you want to protect is your back and your spine, other than your head. So I also have these Cortec gloves with the knuckle protectors. You got the finger guards, but also a palm slider. A palm slider is one of the biggest things you want to get, because if you dump the bike or you go off the bike, and what's the first thing you're going to do? Put your hands out. if you have gloves that don't have a palm slider and you hit that ground, you're going to be breaking your wrist. There is nothing to stop your wrist from sliding against the ground, and you know, it's just less friction. Less friction, you get to slide, it's not going to catch anything, enjoy your hand. It's got nice wrist protectors on it too. As for the helmet, I went and tried on a couple different sizes, couple different brands, and I went with the Bell. Bell is one of the top brands you can buy for a helmet, apart from a Rye and a Shoei. I did try those on, but I think later down the line, when I get more experience and I get more comfortable, I'll probably upgrade my helmet. But for now, I have something simple. It's DOT approved. It has MIPS in it. I don't think it has ECE rating, but it's got something similar. It's the FTSV, I think, rating or something, but it is DOT approved. It has a cool visor that auto detects the sun. So when it's sunny out, it darkens the tint, and then when it's darker out, it becomes clear again. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, as for everything else, I've been practicing with my gear on, getting used to it. And yes, the kickstand does hold me up. And if you're shorter and you're having a hard time kicking your leg over the back of the bike, you can use the foot pegs to just bring yourself on the bike. And that's one thing I learned at the dealership, because I was trying to get on the MT-03 and my foot kept catching on the back. And the guy there said, hey,
Get the hell out of here.
put your foot on the footrest and just stand on it and then bring your body over, it will hold you. But just be careful on the surface that you're not in something soft. On hot days, you know, sometimes tarmac can soften a little bit, and then might have a little bit of an issue. But concrete and everything else, I think you're pretty safe for that. I'm actually going to take the helmet off and get rid of some of these layers, because it's getting nice and toasty in here. These pants have a thermal lining, because I'm going to be taking my safety course in April, and we're in Michigan, and who knows, it might be snowing. So I'm going to take these off and then get some fresh air. Okay, that's a little better. Now everyone can hear me and I feel more comfortable. So anyway, I've been doing a bunch of research. I've been watching a bunch of videos. I've been watching Yummy Noob, Moto Jitsu, Adobe Moto, Dan the Fireman, and a couple other guys, and just trying to learn as much as I can. Also Moto Stars, because you got to watch bike accidents. There's a lot of people who know me. I post a bunch of my dash cam videos on my Facebook page, and the best way to kind of learn how to avoid certain situations is to watch it happen and mentally figure out how to avoid it. So just by watching every single kind of motorcycle crash you can kind of see out there, it helps you mentally prepare, like what to watch for in certain situations, because a lot of the times it's the same thing that happens in almost every single accident. I've read up the statistics on how dangerous motorcycles are. I've had people tell me be careful, but the biggest thing that I see in the statistics, and I'm not saying it's not going to happen to me, and knock on wood, I'm going to ride safe, is night riding, drunk riding, and speeding on the highway. You see a lot of people on Instagram doing 160 miles an hour down the highway, popping wheelies, and you know what happens next? Bang, they're on the ground sliding across the highway with no gear. So I mean, what do you expect? You know what I mean? So I've been watching a bunch of videos, taking as much advice as I can, getting the proper safety gear. You know, because if you go sliding in a regular pair of jeans, they're not the same as motorcycle jeans. I actually did go try on a pair of khakis and jeans from Cycle Gear, and they were just way too long for me. I wear a size 30 jean. Everyone told me wear the same size because they size about the same, and that's just not true. I had to jump up to a size 34. But even then, the knee protector wasn't at my knee anymore. It was down to my shin. The length, how baggy it was.
You have a toy body.
I see that from your tight pants.
It just wasn't safe for me. So I actually had to order those online. I went back to the store, returned them, and then tried these on they had in the store, and these fit perfect. I like them. I have two pairs of these, one with the thermal liner, one without, so one for the colder times and one for like when it's 100 degrees out. I probably won't ride without any gear on. That's just me. If you guys want to ride in a t-shirt, shorts, have at it, enjoy those scabs and scars and medical balls. But I am going to ride with proper gear every time. I've taken a lot of advice from Yami Noob, Motojitsu, a couple other YouTubers out there, because the more you watch, the more you learn, the better you're going to do. What is the term? There's a term that says like proper learning prevents poor performance or something like that. I can't remember. But anyway, I've done a couple things to the bike already in terms of maintenance and upgrades. Like I said, I did everything LED, got the sliders on. I did change the oil in this. To take the fairings off, it's not too bad. It's kind of simple. It's like an ATV. It's just, bolts and pop pins and all that good stuff. Oil change on this was super simple. Chain maintenance, same as a quad. Check the tension, make sure you clean it, lube it, make sure you pay attention to that, because that's the biggest thing on this. It's your drive system. The other thing too is that I put these tank grips on for your knees and taking turns and everything like that. I put a new muffler on it because again, when I got it, it was all dented up and scratched, and I kind of want this to look somewhat decent for a 2015. This only has 6,500 miles on it. I've put 10 on it. But no, I'm very excited to go ride, learn. And the one thing is that a lot of people say, when you get your endorsement, don't just stop there. Keep practicing in the parking lots, do the figure eights, do your emergency stopping, practice that. Because a lot of times people get the endorsements and they're like, oh sweet, I'm free, I can go ride, do what I want. But no, practice in the parking lot. Slow speed maneuvers is going to be your biggest thing to do. And that's one of the biggest things with the statistics with accidents on a bike. It's single collision, which means it's just you, and low speed. It's either taking a turn in the intersection and you low side, or you just dump the bike. So you are in control of the bike is not in control of you. There are some things that are like not in your control, rare circumstances, something might happen. But I mean, if you look at the statistics, I think 70% of it is all avoidable, honestly. Don't drive at night, don't drink and drive, wear safety gear, wear a helmet. It's just a bunch of stuff that can be done to prevent a lot of injuries. Make sure you got the correct level of safety gear on. Jeans, regular jeans, just don't cut it. I think the material of denim will last 0.2 of a second if you go on the road and you slide it. That material is going to wear away and it's going straight to your skin. And once your skin is done wearing away, it's straight to muscle and bone. So that's my biggest thing. I've had rashes on my hands and elbows and everything riding a bike as a kid. It sucks. I am getting older. I do not want to feel that type of pain again. I'm probably going to be showing the bike a lot more on the channel. Might do some moto vlogging. Just my personal experience riding a bike, learning how to ride. You'll see I'll get a action camera on the chin mount and maybe a mic and speak to you guys as I'm riding. Maybe the first day I go on the road, I'll record that. Hopefully at the MSF course, I'll have it on and I can give my experience at the MSF course. Everybody's going to be different, but the MSF course is a 3-day class depending on your area and what course they provide. It's a Friday night classroom. I think it's 3 hours long, but it's basically the same thing as taking your written test at the DMV or Secretary of State or something like that. They go through a bunch of stuff, and then Saturday is learning the bike, the controls, maybe some slow speed stuff like learning where the friction point is or the friction zone, how to brake, how to put your feet down. And then the second day is more of the course stuff. So you actually take your final test on that Sunday, basically like your road test on a car, except for a motorbike. They will put you through some drills again, and then yeah, if you pass the skills test, then congratulations, you got your endorsement. So I'll be doing that. They do provide bikes for that, so I won't be taking this with me. They do provide, I think it's Honda Groms, TW200s, maybe some old Harleys that have like a lower seat height, which would be perfect for me. But I mean, I can flat foot this bike. I mean, not 100%. I'm on the things. These pants are a little tight because they got the liner in them. But let's see. Oh, I'm off the kickstand. There you go. I'm tippy toeing it right now. I mean, I can lean it back and forth. These pants have to break in a little bit. They're a little tight. Well, I got to drop like 20 pounds.
That guy in a little coat.
But no, I'm tippy toeing it right now. And then if I go to the left, there you go, I'm flat footing it at a stop. I can flat foot it this side, you know, so far and so forth. But no, I'm enjoying this so far. I do plan on upgrading once I get used to it. Like I said, everybody's different in the way they learn. I've actually picked this up pretty quick in terms of like turning and all that good stuff. I do have a seat on the back for a backpack one day. But yeah, other than that, yeah, it kind of came to a surprise to many people. It's just something I've always wanted to do. It's always been on the back of my mind, like, hey, you know, I want to try this, I want to do it. And that's the one thing, is that learn a new skill, guys. It's so much fun to try and learn something new. Always challenge yourself. Don't get stuck where you are. Pick up something new, learn something new. I learned this, I learned a couple other things too. I learned how to do XC racing. I'm getting fairly decent at it. I wouldn't say I'm a pro or anything like that. Hopefully this season 2025 I can get on a podium a couple more times. We'll be doing GNCC a lot more. And Kenda, the Kenda 9-hour, I plan on doing that too. So with time, as well as this, you know, with experience, you get more comfortable, you push your limits a little bit. You know, I'm not going to say I'm doing crazy wheelies or stunts or anything on this thing.
That's a lie.
I probably won't ever do a wheelie just because, I don't know, just not my kind of thing. 2 wheels on a quad, going on 2 wheels on the side, doing circles, that's fine for me, but doing wheelies, I don't know, just not for me. And that's another thing is,
How long is this going to take?
if you guys are wanting to learn how to ride a bike, again, everybody's experience is different, but don't go, just me talking, don't go get a 1000cc bike, a leader bike.
You can do it!
Don't go do that. That's why I went with this CBR300R. It's because everyone said if you've never ridden a bike before, start slow, because if you're not used to that throttle and you just give it a little bit, some of these bikes are pushing over 100 horsepower easy. If you give just a little bit too much throttle and you release that clutch just a little too fast, you're going to yeet yourself into oblivion. So that's why I went with the 300, because I can give a lot of gas, and this has about the same power as my 400, but the weight difference is a little different. So I'll be able to handle this, control this while I learn, while I you know, expand on my knowledge and the feel and get more comfortable on this. You know, later on down the road, if I feel like I need to upgrade for more power, then I can.
Yeah, boy.
If I feel comfortable on this and I'm like, hey, this is fun, there's no need to go, you know, to like a 600 or a 700, then I probably won't.
Congratulations, Reg. It's a squid.
I might get a 400, 500, just depending on how my comfortability level is on it. And everything else too. I mean, you know, we all live in different areas. We live in urban cities, out in the boondoos. So, you know, everybody's different. If you live in a city and you don't need, you know, 180 horsepower Gixxer 600 or, you know, CBR 1000RR, then you don't need it. You know, if the speed limit is 35, oh, what, you're going to go to 35 in 0.2 seconds and stay there? Cool. What, you're going to do 100 miles an hour and get a speeding ticket? Or this is just my personal experience. I've watched a lot of other YouTubers. You know, it's kind of fun to watch them too, like their first experience on a bike. It's always fun watching them leave the dealership with their endorsement, just passing the MSF course, and then you see them like give a little bit of gas and then straight away just dump the bike. I'm sorry, but that's why you don't get a 500-pound, you know, 4-cylinder bike, because you're not used to the weight. I'm sure if you're taller, like 6 feet something, and you have experience with dirt bikes, like, yeah, go for it, because you have that experience. But if you've never been on a bike, you've never experienced like how to handle it, don't do that. I'm sure I'll get pretty used to this pretty quickly. You know, I'm gonna do parking lot drills. I'm gonna learn the figure 8. There's a couple things you can do. I'll probably record that too, because I'm going to be practicing. I already bought orange cones. There's a parking lot just down my street I can practice in. It's an old school, so I'll make sure I don't get yelled at for that. Comment down below what you think of a motorbike. If you've experienced your first time riding, like I said, this is going to be my first time, so there's going to be a lot for me to learn, a lot for you to watch. You know, I might do some moto vlogging, stuff like that, you know, just a couple of fun things with this thing. I mean, this channel is kind of based on power sports, so technically power sport. Hopefully I don't hurt myself too badly on this. I'm going to take my time, learn as much as I can. But yeah, that's basically it. Yeah, I'll give you guys a little startup. It's cold, so we'll see. Make sure it's in neutral. Sounds good. All 300 cc's, baby, or 289. Sounds good. Yeah, she sounds real good. But yeah, guys, that's it for this video. Couple changes coming up in the channel, so stay tuned for that. I'm going to be doing a video on the 400 now that is fully built and kind of broken in, so I'm going to do a video on that next, and a couple other things too. So if you are new to the channel, share, like, and subscribe. If you want to see more of the motorbike, or if you're interested in doing the MSF course, I'm in Michigan. I'm in the Lapeer area. I'm doing the MSF in Oakland County, April 4th. Sign up is down below. If you guys are in the area or somewhere close here and you want to do it at the same time as I am, I know one other person, Connor. He's going to be signing up with me. We race together, so he's all down for it. He wants to get a CF Moto 450. I've seen those bikes. They are pretty sweet. My future bike from here, I don't know what's going to happen depending on how the 300 feels over time. I might go to like an MT-07. I might get a CBR300R. I mean, there's the Ninja 650, the Ninja 500. There's a couple of naked bikes too out there. The SV650. Geez, there's so many out there, guys. Suzuki, the SV650. I think I said there's the 8R. I forget who makes that one. But no, this has definitely been kind of a dream to me. Something I've always wanted to do. I've never kind of pulled the trigger on doing it until I rode that 125 and being like, hey, you know, this doesn't seem as bad as I thought it was going to be. But no, it's definitely a lot different to a motorcycle or a street bike or a crotch rocket or whatever you want to call these things. But no, I'm enjoying this. The next thing I'm going to do on it is brake pads, just because I might as well have new brake pads on the street. And then that's about it. I mean, everything else has been done. Everything's nice and tight. The tires are pretty much brand new. Brakes, the fluid's good. The fluid's nice and clean. Chain, already checked the chain out. I've looked at everything else, the coolants, fresh oil. So this is definitely ready to go on the streets. I already got my plates on the back. Got a custom plate to kind of fit my to fit me. So it's TP toe, which is actually supposed to be short for tippy toe, because you know I tippy toe. So I thought that was pretty comedic. But no, guys, comment down below, let us know what you think of the bike. I hope to do more of this on the channel, and maybe one day I'll do some safety gear review. And I just want to give a huge shout out, if you guys are watching this, thank you for the advice you've given me on your channel, everything like that. Once again, Yummy Noob, Moto Jitsu, Dan the Fireman, Adobe Moto. I'm gonna tag all you guys. If you're watching this, thank you. I watched your channel a bunch of times. The advice on there is well done. Thank you. I hope to meet up with you guys one day on a ride, maybe Daytona or something, who knows. But no, definitely cool to see a lot of information out there just on first time riders. I mean, there's just so much information out there. If you're looking to get into bikes, look at any of those channels. Watch this one, because it's going to be my first time. I've seen a bunch of other YouTubers to get their first bike and record it and give some advice. But honestly, get it from people who have the experience. Don't listen to the guy with a Gixxer 700 who wears no safety gear and does 180 on the highway. That wouldn't be the person I'd take advice from. You know, I'd take advice from somebody who's actually more mature and knows what the hell they're talking about. So on that note, guys, thanks for watching. Don't forget to share, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and I'll catch you guys at the MSF course come April.